Good Sunday morning, everybody. It's January the 15th, and I'm Chris Allen here on the SAM channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Not too much to talk about. We're kind of in a lull right now, but we're eventually going to get some rain back into the area. Right now, things are pretty quiet. As I look at the radar and the satellite on this early Sunday morning at 5:30, as I'm recording the podcast, you can see some high clouds. These are mostly high, thin cirrus clouds that are moving through the area this morning, but are really not going to produce much of anything. In fact, today looks mostly sunny. We'll see some of these clouds just streaming by from time to time, but not much else going on. We're waiting on that next round of rain that is going to move in here tomorrow. And I'll show you the timing on that here in just a second. But first, here is your Sunday morning model blender. And as you can see, we're going to warm back up again. You know what that means. Eventually, more showers and thunderstorms coming back into view as we get into especially the middle part of the week. Until then, it's just going to be some rain that moves in for tomorrow. Near 50 today. We had a high of 40 yesterday. It was a chilly day, and eventually the sun did come out toward the end of the day as we had enough dry air work in. We'll go mid 50s tomorrow as some of the rain begins to move in with the first system. Then the second system comes in, and with it comes southerly breezes that'll shoot us up into the low to mid 60s by the middle of the week. And by Wednesday into Thursday, maybe some thunderstorms and heavy rainfall is forecast, which I'll get into in a moment. After that, we get another one of those resets where we put the temperature back to where it should be this time of the year, which is mid to upper 40s, even low 50s, which is a little bit above average. And there may be some more wet weather to go with that as we head on into next week. All right, let's break it down for you. Here's a look at Kentucky mesonet temperatures from WKU and the sensors all across the Commonwealth this morning. We're starting out chilly in the 20s, even a few teens showing up at 5:30 in the morning. Over in eastern Kentucky, we're a bit warmer, more into the low to mid 20s, even closer to 30 back into western Kentucky. And today we'll start to have more of a south to southeast wind flow, which will gradually start to warm us up about 10 degrees warmer than we were yesterday. So the warming trend is going to begin today and then kick in big time tomorrow, the next couple of days, as that warmer fetch comes in from the south. How about temperatures over the next 24 hours, starting, as I mentioned, in the 20s this morning, and then we start to climb into the 40s, and we get close to 50. Upper 40s to around 50, maybe even 51 or 2 for some. Nashville, 50, maybe 3 or 4. Louisville, E-Town, maybe 48 or so. Looks to be about on par for you. Tonight we'll drop into the mid 30s, so not quite as cold as this morning because we're starting out in the 20s, and we'll have more of that southerly breeze, which is going to keep temperatures up, and we'll have a blanket of clouds over the area tonight, which is, as the rain comes in, of course, the clouds will hold in temperatures overnight into the mid 30s, and then we get into the, I'm going to say, mid 50s tomorrow. This showing 54, but I think we could easily hit 55, 56, even 57 for a high temperature tomorrow as the rain begins to fall across much of the area. Well, let me show you that. I've pulled up the future radar, but I've pulled it up to tonight because there's nothing going on today. You may notice some increasing clouds, but the rain is not going to start until we get into later this evening. So this is midnight. Let me get into that. I thought I was on there. Okay, here we go. Now, here we go into midnight, early tomorrow morning. and just in time to go to work, you're going to find some rain. Now, the good news is that this is going to be rain, temperature profiles showing us above freezing, upper 30s to around 40 once the rain moves in. There could be a couple of spots north of us early tomorrow morning that could see maybe a snow flurry mixed in or a snowflake mixed in with the rain, but all of this should be rain for us. So here we are in the morning, midday, afternoon. You get the idea. Tomorrow's just going to be a wet day. Now, it's not going to be like a continual downpour, it's going to be showery. You get a shower, it backs off a little bit, then you get another shower. Then we get into tomorrow night, everything clears up. And by Tuesday, we're back to a mix of sun and clouds, a little lull before the next system comes in, which is going to be midweek. And that is going to be the stronger system that we're going to have to watch. And by that, I mean, like I've said before, this one could be more potent. In fact, looks more potent, and it could also be stormier. I don't think what's coming in tomorrow is going to be thunderstormy. There could maybe a rumble of thunder, but there's not a whole lot of convection, too much in the way of lift. This system is not that strong. The one coming in on Wednesday into Thursday is more potent. So here we are right now with high pressure sitting right over us this morning and just those high, thin cirrus clouds moving up above us. Here comes a warm front. This is tonight. We get into early Monday. Here comes the rain just ahead of that warm front, low pressure system deepening, and a cold front back behind it. Now, we're not going to get the brunt of this system because it's going to be further northwest of us. The low deepens a bit. It goes to 992 millibars and continues to move into the upper Midwest and eventually the Great Lakes. So we're on the southern end of this thing. We're going to get some rain. And like I said, maybe a rumble of thunder tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to get much in the way of measurable rainfall, maybe a quarter inch. There could be a few places that approach a half inch of rain just because it's going to be raining at some point all day tomorrow. But this thing now deepens to 996 millibars as it moves up. Then it goes on into the Great Lakes. Cold front comes through early Tuesday morning, shuts off the rain for a little bit, but then the stalls down in Dixie. Back to the west, here comes our second low pressure system, and it's going to be the one that takes over from the first. And then that moves in on Wednesday into Thursday. There's a little bit of a negative tilt, not much, just a little bit. But I do think this low will continue to strengthen and deepen as it moves across the Ohio Valley. I think we could have more consistent rainfall, more downpours, maybe even a threat of some flooding, minor flooding, as we get into that time period. By Friday, it's pretty much done. But look at this. Here comes another system. They're just one after the other. This one won't affect us until Saturday, but it will have some rain with it. And here we go again. It just is the way the patterns are set up right now. And it's just, how California has been dealing with one system after another. Incredible, really just unbelievable flooding that's going on in California. And they continue to get these series of storms off the Pacific. And we get the residuals eventually. And then plus we tap into Gulf moisture and then we get the rain. So we're going to see that pattern unbroken this week. Hopefully no severe weather. We've had enough already, and here it is, only the 15th of January. It's crazy. Anyway, this morning, you guys have a good day. Get ready to head to church. Going to have a good day today with sunshine, those high clouds, and temperatures hitting around 50 degrees. God bless you. Thank you for watching as always. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning with a fresh update.